Nandam. So I wanted to make a video today, especially for those that have children and that have been considering coming to Inner Awakening, but are not sure whether or not to bring their kids along or not. So I've been blessed to be living here for over 1 year now, and I can safely say that one of the most greatest blessings that I've had is to have been able to interact and learn myself from Swamiji's Gurukul balasanths. So I'm not saying that you necessarily have to go all the way and into Nityananda Gurukul. However, I can say that if you want the absolute best for your children, then a great start is at least making sure they attend Inner Awakening from a very young age. I know for myself, when I went and did my own Inner Awakening program, the moment that I started looking into and seeing how much I was affected from such a young age by toxic thought currents that came from, most of them came from my experiences through my schooling. I really felt like I had somehow, I'm not at all regretting how my parents have raised me where I'm at today, but speaking specifically about these thought currents that I've struggled with, especially low self-esteem, my low inner image about myself and how I interacted with life, I wish that I had had stronger, more powerful thought currents introduced to me from an earlier age. I can say, I suffered so much with depression. This in itself, and this feeling of sadness and whatever has always been there within me, just trying to shift from that space itself has been so difficult. It's been such a struggle. And Swamiji has been sharing recently in these most recent satsangs the absurdity of the current education system, how much emphasis they put on certain things that will in no way, shape or form help us for the rest of our lives. The way we get tested, the kind of information we're expected to not only digest, but we have to stress ourselves out trying to memorize certain things, which again we won't be using in the future. So the way that Swamiji has been raising his kids is on a completely different level, and I wanted to share with you all an experience that I had which demonstrates how different Swamiji's kids are in comparison to kids which are put through normal education and normal schooling. Again, you don't have to put your kids in Gurukul, but at least by bringing them to Inner Awakening from a young age, they start learning how to be powerful human beings from as early as possible. So I'll share this incident with you. It was during Kumbh Mela in Nasik in 2015. I got sick, so I don't know what it was, but I had some kind of maybe perhaps it was a bug, I don't even really know. I was really sick, I started throwing up, and I was feeling very unwell, and I was sitting down and not really engaging with people, just very much to myself. And I remember that Swamiji's balasanths at that point in time, he had done mass third eye initiations at my inner awakening, which is May 2015. So how many months? Maybe 4 months prior to this point in time. So I had just received third eye initiation and had started expressing and playing with these powers of seeing through their third eyes blindfolded. So I was sitting down, and Swamiji's balasanths were blindfolded, and they were walking around the whole premises, the whole hall at that time, blindfolded. So they were weaving through us. I remember I was sitting down myself, and they were walking past me, walking around me, just playing with with the power of their third eye with these blindfolds on. And I was just in awe of, you know, how amazingly they were able to just navigate around the surroundings, including myself. And then one of his balasanths, she blindfolded, she squat down next to me, and she asked me how I was doing. And she's looking at me, so looking into my face actually, while she has this blindfold on. And I said, I'm doing okay. And she asked me, what's wrong? Am I not well? And I said, no, actually I'm not feeling the best. And she said, okay, all right, let me get you something. I wasn't expecting this at all, but this has come from her. And I said, that's okay. I mean, I didn't even know how to respond really. And then she's gone, blindfolded, and she's come back and she's brought me some fruit. I remember she had brought me back some bananas. And I was so moved, even just at this gesture. No one else has even come to engage me. No adult with their eyes open has come to see, am I okay? Is anything wrong? But she's done this. So I remember she brought me back some bananas. And I was so grateful. I was so touched. I didn't really know what to say. So I was thanking her. And then she's then looked at the bananas that she's brought me. And I remember that one of them, I think it wasn't ripe. It was a bit green. I didn't think anything of that. I was happy to even eat it in that, even though it was a bit green, I was happy to eat it. She looked at the banana and she said, no, wait, I've brought you something that that isn't good. Let me go and get you something better. I was shocked. I was shocked that she had such level of care towards me, that she would even think to such a degree that what she brought me wasn't okay. And then she went and she took that banana back and brought me a banana that was ripe. I can't tell you. So this experience left such an impression on my heart. It left such an impression on my being. I was so moved by that gesture. It came from such a space of innocence and care, and I don't know what age she was at that time. I can say maybe 11 or 12. But I don't think that at that age I would have even had that kind of such a high image of myself, let alone of caring for others. This is the difference between how kids learn to relate with themselves and life as a part of Swamiji's world in comparison to the outside world. But Swamiji was sharing today even that we are groomed to become slaves to the corporate system. We are spoon-fed, and we are molded perfectly for corporate society, for a society where we will be virtually zombies and slaves to a system where we're working our entire lives under this premise of freedom, not at all living our lives, but just moving our way towards a grave. So this is just one reason out of many reasons where I feel that if you want to really give your kids the best and make them the best they can be, healed from autism after 21 days with Swamiji. I've seen kids with behavioral issues where they were so shy they didn't know how to speak to me or others. They've come out with confidence. They know how to engage with life just with this 21 days. So if you have children, this is the greatest investment. I mean, this is the greatest investment for you, how much you transform with all of your past conditionings and all of your thought currents. Imagine how much of a start you'll give them in life when they're still so receptive and they haven't been corrupted yet by society as it is out there now. So I highly recommend, not only do I recommend, but I actually encourage you to do the best for your kids that you can. We have Inner Awakening coming up in September. Please do all that you can to get your child here and yourself here as soon as possible. Any questions or comments that you have, feel free to leave them in this video. I'm more than happy to answer them for you and give you any further information, of course, about the amazing Nityananda Gurukul. Thank you so much, Nityananda.